Among the many obvious reasons your Rangers traded for Cole Hamels, tonight may be the most obvious. As the race for the West Division title is tightened with the Rangers' 3-game losing streak, there could not be a better time to have an ace, a stopper. The Rangers need to get back on the winning track, and it starts with the man on the mound. Tonight, it's that guy, the ace, the stopper, Cole Hamels. Texas Rangers baseball is presented by AT&T Ubers TV. A nice crowd filing into Globe Life Park, a beautiful late September evening here in North Arlington. And the Rangers looking to ensure that they'll be playing a week or 10 days from now at Globe Life Park. Tonight, it's Game 2. Your Rangers hosting the Detroit Tigers. And welcome in, everyone, along with Tom Graves, Steve Busby. Glad you joined us for a very important Tuesday night here for the Rangers as they take on the Tigers in Game 2. Rangers coming on in with a 3-game losing streak, their longest losing streak in better than 2 months. They will turn to their stopper, their ace tonight, Cole Hamels.
Yeah, you know, Buzz, there's 6 games left. The Ranger lead has gone from 4.5 to 1.5. You don't necessarily say this is a must win, but it's pretty close to it. You've got your ace on the mound. You want to end the streak. You want to get started on a winning streak, and you've got the right guy on the mound. In the last 8 starts, Cole's gone 5-0. His ERA is under 3. The Rangers have won all 8 of those starts. Very big game today. Very important for the Rangers and Cole Hamels to keep that streak intact.
Oh, you talk to Jeff Bannister, you talk to John Daniels, anybody in that clubhouse, and they'll tell you, this is the guy we got for this situation. They have the right man in the right spot. Their destiny is in their own hands as they start play tonight on top of the AL West. They aim to stay that way. Rangers getting loose, getting set to take on the Tigers. We'll come back with the starting lineup and the first pitch right after this on Fox Sports Southwest. The Karate Kid, Elvis Andrus, going after Prince Fielder, knocking him out. Got to be careful with Prince, though. Now, he's swinging the bat pretty well, Elvis. Got to keep him in the lineup. Rangers getting loose. They are pretty loose coming into this very important ball game. Before we get things underway this evening, let's sit down and check in with Emily Jones.
Well, Buzz, an added level of confidence for these Rangers tonight as Cole Hamels goes to the hill. This is a situation he has been in a time or two when a team needs a stop, when a team needs a big win. Not a must win, as you said, but a really need to win for this Rangers team. And Cole says at this time of year, in these situations, his instincts take over.
You want to build up towards that end of the race, but I feel like sometimes I'm just getting started in September, and that's, you know, must be, you know, for the type of work that I kind of put in, you know, just what I do physically and mentally, and that's just kind of the game that I like to play. Unfortunately, I know that the season is very long, and you want to be able to be at your game, and especially be at the top of your game from the very beginning on through. But I think if you're able to find it later in the season, it's a little bit better than earlier on.
And Buzz and Tom, I don't know about you guys, but if he's just getting started here in September, I can't wait to see what he has in store for us tonight and the rest of the way.
Yeah, it should be good stuff, man. Thank you very much. Well, the Rangers taking the field tonight. Rangers coming in, have lost 3 in a row, looking to turn things around. Behind that man, Cole Hamels. And Tom's going to tell you about the Detroit lineup that he will face.
Rajai Davis will lead off for the Tigers tonight. He's a .346 hitter in the month of September. Ian Kinsler back in the lineup tonight after a day off. Miguel Cabrera leads the American League in average and on-base percentage. He's batting 3rd. J.D. Martinez, the right fielder, is 4th. Nick Castellanos, a .314 hitter in his last 37 games, is the 5th place hitter. Jeffrey Marte is 6th. Dixon Machado, the shortstop, is 7th. Brian Holiday, TCU product, will bat 8th. And Anthony Ghost, the center fielder, bats 9th.
And Brad Ausmus, the beleaguered manager, who has been notified he will be back next year, which is a good thing. Sending that group out to face Cole Hamels tonight. Our progressive scouting report. And this is exactly what the Rangers got him for, to pitch in games like this in September and October. And the only trouble with the Tigers is Miguel Cabrera, as far as Cole is concerned. Cabrera has hit 727 against Cole Hamels. He's on 8 for 11, and that's the one spot that Cole will probably be a little bit concerned about going in, and may have to work around Cabrera in a spot, especially early in the ball game. But other than that, Cole Hamels just needs to keep doing what he has been doing, and that has been pitching very, very well. Take a look at the Ranger defense tonight, delivered to you by Chicken Express. Outfield, Napoli again the start in left field. The Shields and Chu round out the outfield. Rangers 14th in the American League with that .980 fielding percentage. Moreland, Odor, Andrus, and Beltre, and Chris Jimenez behind the plate. So the Rangers come into play tonight at 84 and 72. 12 games over 500 against Detroit. They have won 3 of the 5 meetings. And the first pitch by Cole Hamels to Rajai Davis is in for strike 1. Davis, a .259 average. 0 for 4 in his career against Hamels. Looks like the changeup floated in. No balls and 2 strikes. Hamels not one of those guys that goes out and uses only one pitch with one type of pitch early in the game. He'll feature everything that he feels like he has good command of. That fastball up and in. He doesn't save much. He lets it all work for him. He has been very, very good at it over the years. Approaching another 200 inning pitch season and another 200 strikeout this season. Beltre across the diamond. Davis is retired, 1 away. Next will be Ian Kinsler.
Oh, got in on his fists a little bit. One hopper to Adrian. Hit okay, but not great. Good pitch by Cole.
Well, this Tiger team that the Rangers facing tonight are at 73 and 83. And they are probably the biggest disappointment as far as their fans are concerned in the American League this year. They've had high hopes out for the Tigers, and all of a sudden things just fell apart. Verlander got hurt right off the bat, and they ended up losing Anibal Sanchez. Ended up trading David Price away, and Joaquin Soria. You know, it has not been a very good year for the Detroit Tigers. They'll be happy to see this one in. Ian Kinsler, on the other hand, has had a very good season. He's hitting at an even 300, 341 since the 1st of July. Nice play by Beltre, right at the bag at third. 2 out.
Yeah, Ian's having a nice season. He's had 1 year where he hit 319 for the Rangers. This would be the second time in his career he hit 300. If he stays there, came into the game right at 300.
No, Beltre has had a busy start. 2 ground balls, 2 well played and well thrown balls over across the diamond. Miguel Cabrera, there's that number we were talking about against Cole Hamels, 8 for 11. And Hamels misses high for ball 1. Cabrera, the league's leading hitter at 336. 17 home runs, 74 RBI. And against the Rangers, he has been lights out. Highest active hitter as far as average is concerned against the Rangers, 391. Hamels falling behind, 2 balls and no strikes.
And when a guy has had that kind of success against you, you want that first pitch to be called a strike and the third pitch to be called a strike. Both of those are borderline pitches that, depending on the umpire, sometimes they're strikes, sometimes they're not. But our strike zone would indicate that they were potentially strikes.
3-0. Now 3-1. Alfonso Marquez, by the way, calling the balls and strikes tonight. And he has a little bit of notoriety as far as his strike zone being a little bit inconsistent. You'll get comments like that from both hitters and pitchers. The 3-1. Lost him. No, Cabrera takes the walk. He is aboard with 2 outs, and Cole Hamels, pretty indicative of what Hamels thinks of Cabrera and his chance to get him out. He's not gonna mess with him too much.
Well, he pitched him carefully, but he also threw a couple of pitches that could have been called strikes to him. Could have been a different at bat, but with 2 outs and nobody on, and a guy's had that kind of success and he's that kind of a player, the walk right there is not the end of the world.
Now, J.D. Martinez now moving up a spot. Victor Martinez, who had to leave the ball game last night because of a sore quad. And J.D. Martinez pounds one to right center field. That is deep and gone. J.D. Martinez with his 38th home run of the year, a 2-run blast. And the Tigers are out in front, 2-0.
Well, the walk to Cabrera is not a problem, provided you're able to get J.D. Martinez out. Martinez, with his 38th home run, jumped on the first pitch he saw, which was a fastball right out over the plate, kind of right in his zone. He shows the power he's got to right center field. That pitch is right down the middle of the plate. I doubt that's where Cole was trying to throw that ball. But Martinez was definitely ready for it.
That's the 20th home run surrendered by Cole Hamels this season. And, that covers 198 innings. J.D. Martinez getting good extension with that bat and drove it into the Ranger bullpen. Nick Castellanos gets fisted, hits a little looper to Mitch Moreland, and that'll do it. But the Tigers strike on J.D. Martinez, 38th home run of the year, a 2-run blast. After half inning of play, the Tigers 2, the Rangers coming up. Caroline's Rangers lineup.
Well, for the Rangers, it'll be Delino DeShields leading off. Shin-Soo Choo will bat second. He's a .411 hitter with 23 runs scored in September. Adrian Beltre is third. Prince Fielder's the cleanup hitter. Mike Napoli will hit fifth and play left field. Mitch Moreland is batting sixth. Elvis Andrus is seventh. Rougned Odor, the second baseman, will bat eighth. And Chris Jimenez, a .364 hitter in his last 8 games, will catch and bat ninth.
And that lineup facing the 22-year-old left-hander Daniel Norris. Norris 1-1 in 6 starts with the Tigers. Came over from Toronto in the deal that sent David Price to Toronto. He was the centerpiece, Daniel Norris was, of that trade. Rangers will try to make him get his pitch count up early. He is still on a pretty strict pitch limit. He spent a little time on the disabled list with an oblique strain on his right side. And this is his 3rd start since coming back off the disabled list. Last time out, he was pretty much spectacular. 5 perfect innings against the White Sox before he had to leave after 64 pitches. Norris, a pitcher that has excellent stuff, an above-average fastball with good movement, a very good curveball, and a fine changeup. And when his command is good, he can be tough on anybody. Just missed the inside corner there.
Well, you get to the point in the season where you know you're not a contender anymore, and you have David Price, and he can be a free agent, and you're trying to salvage something from David Price. To get a pitcher like this is pretty good.
A ball right under the glove of Ian Kinsler, who went to the backhand.
How did he miss that ball?
I don't know. And I think that'd be Kinsler's answer if you asked him.
Well, he's just going to reach down and catch it. I don't know if it bounced in front of his glove or if his glove was just not in the right place. Let's take a look.
From our angle, it looked like it went through his glove. I don't know. That's going to be ruled an error on Ian Kinsler.
Just went underneath his glove, hit the fingers of his glove.
No, the Rangers catch an early break.
Yeah, getting back to David Price, you end up with Daniel Norris. They also got Matt Boyd, another lefty who's in their rotation, and another player who may develop into a good player. Time will tell. But you've got 2 big league starters, 2 left-handers to take the place of David Price, who was going to be a free agent anyway at the end of the year. That's a pretty good trade.
Yep.
Got to feel pretty good about that for the Tigers.
Shin-Soo Choo hits the first pitch deep to right field. Going back, Martinez. Looking up. Goodbye.
Well, that takes care of those 2 runs.
Shin-Soo Choo is 21st home run of the year, and we will start anew. 2-2.
Well, both home run hitters in this game jumped on the first fastball that they saw. J.D. Martinez got a fastball out over the plate, hit it the opposite way. It looked like Choo had a fastball on the inner half of the plate. You'll be able to tell that on the replay. In any event, he pulled his ball to right field, and the 2 runs have been equaled by the Rangers in 2 batters.
Chu gets the Rangers even. Now here's Beltran. Adrian takes strike one.
Let's see where that pitch was. Definitely up and in. That's just jumping on a pretty good pitch, really. Sometimes you'll say an inside pitch that's down to a lefty is not that great because lefties tend to hit that pitch pretty well. Well, that pitch was up and in, 92, 93 miles an hour. Shin-Soo jumped all over it, which he's been doing pretty much for the last couple of months. Boy, that's a huge hit to get those 2 runs.
Sure is. Right away. Chu, 21 home runs, 79 RBI now. Beltre waiting for the 1-2 pitch. That is low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that Ranger bench coming back to life. That had to be a kind of a shot in the arm for everybody watching that thing.
I agree. We've lost 3 straight. Got beat yesterday. Tigers scored a bunch of runs. Got out to a big lead and stayed that way. Jump out to a 2-0 lead right off the bat. That's a huge hit to get back in the game. Get some air back inside you.
Yeah. Beltre 278, 16 home runs, 70 driven in. And to right center field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Now Adrian continuing to swing the bat well. He is aboard. Nobody out. And Prince Fielder coming up. Take a look at the Tiger defense behind Daniel Norris here this evening. Outfield of Rajai Davis, Anthony Gose, and J.D. Martinez. The Tigers 4th in the American League in fielding with a .987 fielding percentage. Marte at first, Kinsler and Machado up the middle. Nick Castellanos at third. And Brian Holiday is behind the plate tonight. The 1 on, still nobody out. Prince Fielder, a .307 hitter. That's good for 6th in the American League. 1 ball and no strikes. Fielder drove in all the Ranger runs last night. A 4 RBI night. Now has 24 RBI for the month of September. He is just 1 behind the league leader and his teammate Adrian Beltre. Norris back to the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. And our Ford leaderboard will show you that race in September. The American League RBI race, 25 for Beltre, 24 for Fielder. Ortiz with 24. Jose Bautista and C.J. Cron, who the Rangers will see over this coming weekend with the Angels. Outside, 3-0.
I think a different start for Daniel Norris tonight. In his last start that you referenced was he faced 15 hitters and got every single one of them out.
Yep.
So far he's faced 3 and hasn't gotten any of them out yet.
See if Prince gets the green light and gets a pitch to work with. He did, and he fouled it off to the left. 3 balls and a strike. Numbers we were talking about in our pregame discussion of Prince Fielder. Last 4 ball games, 8 for 18. A .444 average. And it hasn't been a soft 8 for 18. Those have been ripped. The line drive he hit last night for both the double and the home run. He just crushed. That pitch is high, ball 4. There are 2 aboard with nobody out for Mike Napoli.
I saw that exact same pitch called the ball for Cole Hamels against Miguel Cabrera.
So, first 4-man reach, and that's going to bring Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, out to talk to his young left-hander. Daniel Norris, and a lot's been said and written about Daniel Norris, especially after the Price trade. How mature he is for his lack of experience. Kind of a free spirit. He doesn't go along with the crowd. He lives in his van. And talking about spring training was when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays. He drove his van down to Florida and just parked it in a Walmart parking lot. Slept in it.
Cooked his own food.
Yeah.
Lives a very simple life. Eats a very healthy diet. Dances to his own beat.
Mike Napoli takes that big curveball inside for ball one. Overall for Mike Napoli, a .224 average, 17 home runs, 48 RBI. With the Rangers, Napoli has hit .309. 4 home runs, 8 driven in. He's got 2 aboard here with nobody out in the first. 1 ball and 1 strike. $11 home runs this year against left-handed pitching for Mike Napoli. It's 3rd most in the American League. You got Beltre at second, Fielder trailing at first. One and two.
2 fastballs right down the middle of the plate. Generally, those are 2 pitches Nap would jump on.
And that got Mike Napoli, as you probably saw, talking to himself a little bit. Left-hander sets a check of second. Tried the back door with a curveball, couldn't get it. 2-2 now to Napoli. Alfonso Marquez already in a little back and forth with the Tiger bench, talking to him, or responding to them, I should say.
Oh, that ball went right by Mitch, didn't it?
How did that miss him? Yeah, it went right by him.
That's about as late as you can foul a ball off. You might not see a ball hit like that all season long.
No.
I bet Mitch didn't even see that ball.
I don't think he did. Probably saw the carom going back away from him.
Wow. That ball was literally in the catcher's mitt when Nap took it out.
He got out in front of that one.
Almost got Tony Beasley.
almost took Tony's helmet off it.
Man. Come on, Nap. These are your teammates here, man.
Steve Buechele can laugh about it because he's over in the dugout. He's not out there at the firing line. Man.
That Banny's getting out of the way, boy.
Yeah.
He's hiding behind Bat Boy.
Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Napoli pulls it just foul down the third base side.
They threw him an off-speed pitch, looked like a high changeup. That was just a hair too early.
Go back and look at that one that Napoli almost got Tony Beasley.
Whoa, man. That was closer than it looked.
Goodness. Tony's heart now just about back down to normal. Another 2-2 is coming to Nap. Another foul ball.
Well, for a guy that's on a pitch count, he's going to get to it pretty quick. This is going to be his 27th pitch with nobody out in the first inning. In the game you talked about, Buzz, 5 innings, he threw 63 pitches in that game. Threw 47 pitches the time before, so I guess he's probably targeting somewhere around maybe 80 pitches today.
You would think so. Rangers trying to use all those up in 1 inning. Couple of checks of second. And the pitch all the way to the backstop. That's going to allow Beltre and Fielder to advance 90 feet.
Yesterday in the ball game, the Rangers got a home run from Prince Fielder, and then they loaded the bases with nobody out against Justin Verlander. They had him on the ropes. They're forcing him to throw a lot of pitches, but they couldn't get in another run, and that really was the turning point of the ball game. Today, the Rangers are going to try to turn that around. They got 2 in quick. Now they got a chance for a couple more, and they'll try to cash in right here.
And the Napoli chant is going. Nap with a full count, as always. Norris back to him. Popped up. Right side of the infield. Backing up is the first baseman Marte, and he can't get it. It drops. Now coming down the line, Adrian Beltre. He scored. And the Rangers have a 3-2 lead.
A Nightmare 5 at-bats for the Tigers. You know, that ball, it looked like Marte was in trouble from the minute that ball went up in the air. I don't know if he didn't see it or was just a little overmatched by how high it was, but he didn't come close to catching that ball.
Well, there's no wind tonight to speak of, so it's not a matter of the currents.
Well, he sees it okay. He just couldn't zero in on it very well. Yeah. Daniel Norris has had a couple of plays not made behind him. Ian missed the line drive right off the bat. That run's already scored. Now Jared Napoli lets another run in. Still nobody out.
And Mitch Moreland takes strike one. So a couple of errors in the inning. Rangers have already capitalized part of the way. Shields scored after getting on via the Kinsler error. Now Moreland trying to make the Tigers pay for this last error on Marte. Fielder at second, Napoli at first. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mitch, a .281 average with 23 home runs and 84 driven in. 11 of his last 18 hits have gone for extra bases.
You probably haven't had many games this year, Buzz, where a pitcher's thrown 30 pitches before he got an out.
Yeah, I can't recall any, as a matter of fact.
It's pretty rare to have 30 pitches, period, in the first inning.
1-2 to Mitch. Norris breaking out that slider that he features primarily against left-handers. Farmer, the right-hander, loosening in a hurry in that Detroit bullpen. Buck Farmer. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Mitch this year already a career high 5 home runs against left-handed pitching. Rangers on top 3-2, looking for more. Still 2-2. The other part for Daniel Norris, he hasn't had a whole lot of swings and misses this inning. Foul balls and balls have been put in play have been either misplayed or left the ballpark. Left-hander is ready again. Outside, 3-2. Mitch doing a good job of eyeballing the strike zone. Full count to Moreland. Following him in the order, the number 7 hitter, Elvis Andrus. Yeah, Fielder at second, Napoli at first. Nobody out. 3 runs across for the Rangers here in the first. Payoff pitch. Little cue shot down to third. Castellanos on to first for the out. Moreland retired. Fielder had stopped for a second.
All I had to do is go touch third base. It works like a sacrifice bunt. Castellanos could have had the out at third. They kept men on first and second. And Prince just kind of hides behind him there, just waits. All Castellanos had to do is touch him with the ball. I think he realized it the minute he threw it.
No, 1 out. Second and third now.
Pretty hard for a guy Prince's size to sneak up on somebody and sneak into third base like that, but he did it.
That might have been what Prince was suggesting to Castellanos. You didn't hear me coming, huh?
You didn't see me. Snuck up on you.
Now here's Elvis, second and third. Tiger infield playing back.
Elvis was, I think, the first hitter to hit with the bases loaded and nobody out last night. And popped up, so you got another chance. Same kind of an inning right off the bat. You got the pitcher on the ropes, you got the men out there, got the infield back. Got to put the ball in play and don't pop it up. Hit the ground ball back through the middle or get the ball up in the air. Elvis is generally pretty good at that.
Norris continuing to work from the stretch. The 0-1 pitch. Elvis, 59 RBI to go along with his career high 7 home runs. A little bit less than the major league average for Elvis, and getting that runner home from third with less than 2 outs. You get it in play in the middle of the diamond, you probably are going to get him home. Two balls and a strike. There's Pudge. Checking things out from the far end of that dugout.
You know, Pudge is doing a great job on TV with us, but I think every time you see Pudge in a uniform, you know where his heart is.
Yeah.
His heart's in the dugout, boy.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, that's fine.
That should be deep enough to score Prince. J.D. Martinez with a good arm, though. Sets himself. Here comes the throw. Here comes Fielder. He makes it in sliding. On to third goes Napoli. Sacrifice fly by Elvis Andrus. The Rangers now lead it 4-2.
That's exactly what you're looking for. Great if you get a base hit, but if you don't get a base hit, long fly ball is the name of the game.
Well, Elvis, with that sacrifice fly now, 60 RBI. That's the 4th time in his career he has gotten to the 60 RBI plateau. He's had a career high of 67. That was back in 2013. 2 outs now. Rougned Odor will bat with Napoli at third. Daniel Norris with his 40th pitch in the first inning. Ball 1 to Odor. Well, if you're on a pitch count, and you get up to 40 in 1 inning, that may just negate the rest of that pitch count.
Yeah, that might be it for him. Farmer's warmed up in the bullpen. He may get off back into the dugout and they say, look, you jammed that many pitches into 1 inning. You're our future, kid. We're not going to take any chances coming back from an injury.
Buck Farmer loose if needed out there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Odor. Rougned at a .267 average. 15 home runs, 58 RBI. Takes the big breaking ball that just nibbles on the inside part of the plate.
Really talking about the David Price trade over the last several years, the Tigers have been a first-place team. They've gone to the postseason. They've traded a lot of young players. So to get a couple young players back for David Price was a big deal for their future.
Yeah, especially these two.
Yep,
the two guys see tonight and tomorrow night.
2 guys who are young, but they're big league ready and can go right into your rotation, and they won't be arbitration eligible for 3 years. So those are very valuable guys to have. You know, they still have to perform, but I think based on where they are right now in their careers, you feel pretty good that they'll be solid big league pitchers for you in your rotation. So with 1 trade, you get rid of a guy who's going to be a free agent, get 40% of your rotation for the next few years.
Norris was rated the best prospect in the Toronto Blue Jays system overall.
Yeah.
And in overall baseball, he was rated the 7th best left-handed prospect. 2-2 pitch. And Odor shoots it out of play. And at 22 years of age, he just turned 22, as a matter of fact. That's pretty high praise. And Matt Boyd, the young man we'll see tomorrow night, a couple of years older, but still the same kind of upside that the Tigers were looking for. Another 2-2 pitch coming to Odor. The foul ball.
This is going to be the 46th pitch. Saw Todd Stottlemyre that one day throw 50 pitches in the first inning. I don't know if we've seen anybody do it since.
Norris checking Napoli, who's sneaking down the line. Breaking ball, that's hit to right center. It is up the alley, long run, a dive, and Ghost can't get it, it goes to the wall. Watch Rougned run, he's to third, and they're going to stop him there.
Well, he got the ball in the air with 1 out. for the sacrifice fly, and then you get the hit with a man in scoring position and 2 outs for another one. Great job by Rubin. Saw a lot of pitches. Got one that hung up there for him. And almost a spectacular catch by Ghost. I thought he was going to catch up with this ball. There's a hanger right up in the upper part of the strike zone. Let's see how close Ghost came to catching this. It was pretty close. Playing pretty shallow. Boy, he almost ran that down.
He can cover some ground out there.
I guess so.
Wow. But the upshot of it is that Rugnet has his 9th double of the year. No, a 5-2 Ranger lead. Here's Chris Jimenez, the 9th hitter to come to bat here in the first inning. He takes strike 1. Boy.
If he had his glove on his left hand, was a right-hand thrower, he might have caught it.
And strike 2 to Chris. Jimenez, a .267 average, 5 home runs, 14 driven in. He's reached base safely in 12 of his last 14 starts.
Only one of these 5 runs is an earned run.
Popped up way up there down the right side. It is slicing. He goes back into the seats.
And here comes pitch number 50. I can't imagine they're going to have him go back out there for the second inning. But we'll wait and see on that one.
Well, I think Jeff Jones, the pitching coach on the right side of your screen, might be over his dead body if they send him back out there. He's not going to send their prize prospect into a difficult situation like that. Check swing, the pitch in the dirt. And they appeal to first. No swing. Tom Hallion, the first base umpire, said nope. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Chris. Rangers 5 runs in the first inning on 3 hits and 2 errors. Daniel Norris at the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This has got to be his last hitter.
Well, I thought that about Odor.
I did too. As soon as that ball went in the gap, I thought the same thing. Farmer's warmed up and ready to come in. Make him throw 52 pitches in the first inning. And that's if he gets them out right here.
Yeah, we've talked about this too. You know, you get into a pitch count this high in an inning, and chances of making quality pitches are going downhill real fast.
Rangers hit some balls hard, and he certainly didn't get any help from his defense either. Otherwise, he would have been back in the dugout a long time ago.
Well, full count to Jimenez. That's out of play. Well, Chris spoiling a pretty tough 3-2 pitch. Chris is able to extend this first inning. At the top of the order, Delino to Shields would love to get another at bat here. Norris again with a payoff pitch. Softly hit to right field. J.D. Martinez coming on and makes the catch. That will do it. The Rangers send 9 men to the plate. 5 of them score. 3 hits and 2 errors. 1 man left. It all got started with Shin-Soo Choo leaving the ballpark. They'll go to the second inning at Globe Life Park, where the Rangers leading the Tigers 5-2. A hearty welcome to all of you, and thank you so much for your service. Well, the Tigers come to bat here in the top of the second. Now they are trailing 5-2. Shin-Soo Choo with his 21st home run of the year started that 5-run uprising. Now Cole Hamels had a chance to hit the reset button. He goes to work against Jeffrey Marte to start things here in the second. He pumps in strike 1. Marte just a .217 average with 3 home runs and 9 driven in. Played in 30 ball games for the Tigers this year. Marte in an 0 for 10 funk at the plate right now. Good changeup from Hamels. 0-2. Marte recalled from AAA for the second time this year. Back on the 8th of September. And he lofts a soft fly ball to center. One gone as it messes into Delino DeShields' glove. And Vincent Machado will be next. Machado, a .246 average as he gets into the batter's box. No home runs and 4 driven in.
Machado had a couple of good at-bats last night. Got a rally going for the Tigers, batting down at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, he and Andrew Romine, who was playing second base last night, each on base 7 times between them and scored a couple of runs. Hamels to the wide, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2. Talking about the Rangers have won each of Cole Hamels' last 8 starts. Cole has been around to collect victories in 5 of those. Rangers got off to kind of a bad start when Cole first came over, lost his first 2, but since then he has settled in nicely, getting his feet on the ground in the American League and adjusting to a new environment. Got him swinging. That changeup that can be devastating. And Hamels gets his first strikeout. 2 away, Brian Holiday coming up.
Tough pitch for a very young kid who doesn't have big league experience. Well, it's tough for an experienced hitter for that matter, but younger hitters trying to hit that changeup probably be a difficult assignment for them.
Brian Holiday, the catcher, a .241 average. Takes inside for ball 1. Holiday came up last year and got his first taste of big league action. Holiday, a home run and 12 driven in this year. Just off the plate inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Holiday also up and down a couple of times with the Tigers. Brian Holiday just 1 hit in his last 10 times to the plate. 2-1 pitch. Well, if Holiday is able to extend this second inning, you have the number 9 hitter, Anthony Gose, waiting in the on-deck circle. Hit well to left field. Stopping and looking up, Mike Napoli. That ball is gone. Brian Holiday with his second home run this year. That cuts into the Ranger lead. It's now 5-3. As Cole Hamels has given up his second home run of the night.
Well, any hitter becomes a better hitter when he gets ahead in the count 3-1. He knows the pitcher does not want to walk him. He knows the pitcher's probably going to throw him a fastball. And then when he gets a good one to hit, high fastball, Holiday was ready for it.
No bases empty, still 2 away. Anthony Gose, the number 9 hitter, steps in. 0-1 after the foul ball. Gose, a .253 average with 5 home runs, 26 RBI. No balls, 2 strikes. Gose last night was 1 for 5. He scored a couple of runs, drew a walk also in that ball game. 1-2. 31-year-old southpaw Cole Hamels studying the signs. Two balls, two strikes. Part of the game now. Cole just has not looked comfortable since, really, the walk to Miguel Cabrera in the first inning. He didn't miss too badly with a couple of pitches. Matter of fact, Tom, you mentioned a couple of pitches on Cabrera could have been at the top of the strike zone.
Yeah.
But then, he gives up the first pitch home run to Martinez on a pitch that was basically a get-ahead fastball that he never got back.
Yeah, to a guy with 37 home runs.
You got Castellanos to pop out to end that, and got the first two outs here, then got behind Holiday 3-1 and threw a fastball that was up, and Holiday got on top of it. Still 3-2. Hamels back with another 3-2 pitch. Base hit to center. Very similar to an at-bat Gose had last night when he doubled. He got a pitch out over the plate when he was at a full count. This one he just hits for a single, but same kind of situation. But he can zero in on a fastball. He becomes a much better hitter.
Yeah, Cole's zeroed in on the middle of the strike zone a couple of times in this game. That one to Gose. He's drilled it back through the middle. Martinez hit a home run. One to Holiday wasn't necessarily right down the middle. It was the middle of the plate, but top of the strike zone. He hit a high fastball.
Rajai Davis up for his second at bat tonight. He has Gose with very good speed at first. And Hamels will check Gose back with a throw. Davis, a ground ball to third as he led the ball game off tonight. Gose with 22 stolen bases this year. He's been caught 11 times, though. Not one of the better success rates of stealing. High and tight to Davis. 1 ball, no strikes. Since September the 19th, Tigers have had 4 guys swinging the bat extremely well. Rajai Davis leading the group at 400. Chops that one foul outside the bag at third. 1 ball and 1 strike. Say it looked for a little while like Cole Hamels might have caught a partial break with Victor Martinez not in the lineup. Victor Martinez had good numbers against Cole. Anthony Gose talking to Omar Vizquel down there to say, what was that? I saw something happen. What happened? There goes Gose. The pitch is a strike. The throw is not in time. Gose with his 23rd stolen base of the year. Now, he read that move well and had a great jump. Gose gets himself in a scoring position. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Little looper to right. That is going to fall for a base hit. Gose around third will score. Davis drives in a run. And the Tigers now have put 2 on the board here in the second. And they trail it 5-4.
Well, Gose got into scoring position. He stole second base and that set up the run. Little blooper. Ball got in on Davis's fist. Able to find a little spot out in short right field for that RBI single.
Well, Mike Maddox out to his veteran left-hander an opportunity to catch his breath. Breaking ball got inside badly on Rajai Davis, but angle of the bat, and Davis strong enough to shovel it out into right field for the RBI single. So it's back to a one-run game now. Rangers on top 5-4. Ian Kinsler with his second at bat. Kinsler grounded out to third in the first. And Davis also with great speed at first base. Davis this year 18 stolen bases in 24 attempts. Kinsler, the major league leader, with 60 multi-hit games this year. Even 300, 11 home runs, and 73 driven in. Davis a false move towards second. Came back, 1 ball, 1 strike. Third in the American League, Ian Kinsler with 183 hits. They got Rajai Davis picked off the throw, and they got it. Well, Davis didn't guess right that time. Hamels to Moreland to Andrews, and that ends the second inning. Tigers put on 2 runs on 3 hits, nobody left. After 1.5, Rangers leading 5-4. It's brought to you by your Texas Ford dealers. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer today. Ford is the best in Texas. Well, much to our surprise, Daniel Norris is back out to work the second inning after an extremely long first inning and saw him use 54 pitches. Norris back out there to work the second, the top of the order once again. Delino to Shields. And Delino takes low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Andrew Romine has come off the bench to take over at first base for the Tigers. Jeffrey Marte, who kind of got turned around on that pop fly in the first inning, taken out. I haven't gotten any word whether it might have been an illness or injury. Marte over there at third base now. And the ball finds him as it goes by him down the line. That's going to be extra bases for Delino to Shields. The ball into the corner. Delino to Shields starts off the Rangers second with a 2-bagger.
He just determined to leave him out there for his 80 pitches, I guess.
Delino aboard to start things off. He is in scoring position now. Shin-Soo Choo will step to the plate. Choo had that 2-run home run in the first inning, his 21st of the year. A bunt, and he bunted it foul. Boy, he had a good pitch to bunt to a slow curve, and just got the head of the bat a little too far forward. Bunted it foul. No balls and a strike. Choo with the RBI total now to 79. And that's hitting second most of the time. Pretty good production for Choo. Most RBI that Choo has had since back in 2010 when he drove in 90. Fastball is high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Take you back to the first inning, the home run for Choo.
That's being ready to hit. Fastball up and in. Borderline pitch, might not have even been called a strike. He was ready for it. Pulled it right out of the ballpark.
Yeah, Buck Farmer back up and loosening. 1-1. And Choo pops one down the left side. Long run in for Davis, still on the run, a slide, and he comes up short. The ball's in foul territory. Well, Rajai Davis favoring left center field, and he had forever to go, even with his speed. That was a little too much to ask for.
you have to slide and hope you get there to catch it. If you go sprinting after that ball, with that cement wall down there, no way you're going to be able to stop. That's about the only thing you can do.
And while you're going by, you obliterate the line in case the ball hits close to it.
That's going to make a tough call for the umpire
right.
if it hits right in the middle of that.
That's an experienced outfielder to get that line all fuzzy.
Unless he hits it down there and it's fair and the umpire calls it foul.
Major league record for most pitches in an inning.
Wow, that's
62.
62. It's a lot of pitches in one inning.
That certainly is.
So is 54.
And Chu grounds one to the right side. Romine picks it cleanly. Chu gets the job done, though, and a productive out with Delano Shields moving to third. He is there with one away for Adrian Beltre. Well, Beltre had a solid base hit to right center field his first time up there. Adrian at 279 as he steps in. The Tiger infield now pulling all the way in. They will play at the cut of the grass, with the exception of the third baseman Marte, who's playing back behind the baseline. Norris from the stretch and misses in the dirt. Off speed pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Adrian just 2 for his last 12, but go back over the last 17 ball games this year. Adrian has been a .397 hitter. Back out of play. Saw the numbers that he amassed against the Tigers. .417 since the start of 2013. We're talking about basically 3 years. Outfield plays Beltre a few steps around to the left. The infield in and pretty much straight away. Hit hard off the glove of Marte. That's going to carry him to shortstop. Delano to Shields scores. Beltre with the infield RBI single. And the Rangers increase their lead at 6-4.
That was a one-hop smash. Marte almost found that ball in the middle of his glove. Looked like it got in his glove. He just wasn't able to keep it in his glove. Made a stab for it. Almost made a nice play. Get a good look at it right here. One-hop smash off the top of his glove. Hit off the thumb of his glove, it looked like.
He might pay for that. That's one of those ones that make your thumb hurt just watching it.
Yeah.
Prince Fielder takes the first pitch a bit low for ball 1. Well, the Rangers get one of the 2 runs back that the Tigers scored in the top of the second. Prince looking to get more of them back. Fielder walked and scored in the first inning. Beltre a modest lead at first as Norris checks in. Off the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Norris about ready to unload his 68th pitch of the night. We play with 1 out in the second inning. Ooh. Prince had a rip at that fastball that was up just above belt high. 2-1. .182 hits, and for Prince that ties his career best. I think it's safe to say that he's probably going to sneak in at least 1 more before the year's out. Well, he will establish a new high for himself in base hits. Two and two. It's a pitch I don't think Prince has seen tonight from Norris.
What was that, curveball?
Yeah. Looked like he took even a little more off it than some of the other ones. Beltre inching off the bag. 1 on, 1 out, 1 in for the Rangers. Laid off that one, and the count has gone full. The fielder trying to get aboard to join Beltre. You have Mike Napoli in the on-deck circle. Fielder comes into play tonight 4th in the American League with a .379 on-base percentage. Payoff pitch to him. Beltre on the move, and Fielder hits a towering fly ball to medium right field. Playable for J.D. Martinez. That is out number 2. And that is going to be it as Brad Ausmus is going out to the mound. So 71 pitches into the ball game. An inning and 2/3 for Daniel Norris. And I wonder if there'll be any repercussions about the pitch count police. We'll find out as time goes on. Buck Farmer coming in, a pitching change underway at Globe Life Park. Rangers on top 6-4. We are back after this. On after 71 pitches and an inning and 2/3. Crowd out here at Globe Life Park enjoying what they've been seeing. Rangers on top 6-4. Buck Farmer, 24-year-old right-hander from Georgia, is on now. Farmer out of Georgia Tech University. He was the Tigers' 5th round pick back in the 2013 draft. 14th game. He has had 5 starts under his belt this year. 0-3 with a .751. So Farmer on now to face Mike Napoli with Adrian Beltre at first and 2 out here in the 2nd inning. Napoli hit the towering pop-up that was misplayed by then first baseman Jeffrey Marte. Marte going across the diamond.
Pop it up to third then.
Yeah.
See if he can miss one on both sides of the diamond.
He tried to.
Man.
He just missed it, didn't he?
Missed that thing. Wow.
Rajai Davis back there right on the edge of the warning track and makes the catch, and that will do it. But the Rangers add on a run. They get a run on 2 hits and leave 1. After 2, it's now the Rangers 6 and the Tigers 4. Up with the Rangers skipper, Jeff Bannister. Jeff, thanks for joining us. Kind of a wild woolly ball game here in the early going. Things look like they're going to settle down a little bit, though, for you.
Absolutely. No, you know what? A couple of balls out of the ballpark off of Cole Hamels, but our guys came out early in the first with a nice approach and put some runs across the board, and we answered back. So here we are. We got a ways to go, but it's been a fun ball game so far.
Bandy, we made a big deal out of Prince's last at bat last night, that 11 pitch at bat where Felice threw him everything that he had and got that base hit. How'd that at bat strike you?
No, incredible at bat, and really just a testament to how badly this guy wants to do things for us to win a ball game and get us to where we need to go.
Jeff, we appreciate you taking the time. Thanks very much. Should be an exciting final week of the season.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right, Jeff. Well, the skipper talking about what the ball club has been able to do and coming back. I mean, you'll always hear Jeff Bannister talk about the club answering a challenge that's put before them, and they certainly have answered it here tonight. Ian Kinsler is gone on strikes as Cole Hamels went upstairs with him. For Hamels, that is strikeout number 2. And Will Venable with the left-handed starter out of the ball game for the Tigers. Venable has come in to take over in left field for Mike Napoli.
He got in. Looked like maybe a cutter up and away. And Knapp just missed that ball. He hit that thing, had some hang time all the way to the 390 sign almost. But the Rangers have a 2-run lead, and lefty's out of the game. Nappy had made the last out. You go with your defensive alignment now.
Miguel Cabrera drew that walk his first time up. That walk was immediately followed by a first pitch home run off the bat of J.D. Martinez in the first. And this time Cole Hamels going after Cabrera with a little more abandon. Cabrera tops in the league in average and on-base percentage. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And any discussion about the best hitter in baseball, I think, has to center around Miguel Cabrera and a couple of others. Mike Trout fits in there, and it's a very short list that those guys are on. Check swing, he went around. Good breaking ball from Hamels, who has back-to-back strikeouts.
Now, this is the kind of inning Cole needs, a 1-2-3 inning. 3 best hitters in the lineup, Kinsler, Cabrera, and Martinez.
Yeah, before J.D. Martinez steps in, let's send it over to John Radigan for a Mazda game break. All right, John, thank you. And Cole Hamels dropping a hook into J.D. Martinez's first pitch. Martinez, that long home run into the Ranger bullpen in his first time up. Hamels coming back with a changeup for a swinging strike 2. Take you back to Miguel Cabrera on that well-placed breaking ball from Hamels.
Yeah, Cole in the first 2 innings had trouble getting his breaking ball near the strike zone, but came back out in the 3rd inning, and looks like he's got everything working in the strike zone right now.
Yeah. You got Kinsler and Cabrera swinging. Now ahead of the count to J.D. Martinez. Didn't miss by much. 2-2. J.D. Martinez now up over 100 RBI, 101 as he stands in against Hamels. That sharp breaking ball, down and in, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martinez hitting 4th in the Tiger order tonight. Andrew Romine, who came in defensively last half inning, will be next. Payoff pitch on the way. 1 on with 2 out. Second walk issued by Hamels tonight. So Andrew Romine, who we saw last night at second base in the ball game tonight, playing at first, 266 average, couple of home runs, 15 driven in. Switch hitter up there from the right side against Hamels. Did he go? Yes, he did. Tom Hallion making a fist down there at first base. Romine in last night's ball game went 2 for 3, and he scored a run. Down in the count here, 0-2. Crowd starting to get behind Cole Hamels and the Rangers. Get him off the field, let him score some more. Runner on the move, the pitch hits Andrew Romine on the inside of the right leg. He will trot down to first and puts runners at first and second with 2 outs for Jeffrey Marte. Yeah, got Romine right on the thigh. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Marte 0 for 1 tonight. A fly ball to center. That was leading off the second inning. Good changeup. 0-1. Marte, a .214 hitter as he faces Hamels. Got J.D. Martinez at second base. Andrew Romine at first. Hooking into the left field corner. That's a base hit. Around third, coming in to score is J.D. Martinez, and the RBI single by Jeffrey Marte the Tigers coming back again. It's a 6-5 Ranger lead.
Well, it looked like it was going to be a good inning for Cole. He really struggled in the first 2 innings and then got Kinsler and Cabrera. Pitched around Martinez. Had Romine ahead in the count. Hit him with a pitch. And then Marte, 217 hitter, rips one to left field.
And again, Mike Maddox out there to discuss the situation with Hamels and with Chris Jimenez. Tried to come inside of that fastball, a little cutter that stayed out over the plate, and Marte able to get the good wood on it. So 5 hits now for each ball club. Rangers still leading by 1, 6-5. Dixon Machado struck out the first time that he faced Hamels. Machado, a 241 hitter. Chris Jimenez going to go out in front of home plate to get some defensive signals. Dixon Machado, just a 23-year-old from Venezuela. Good changeup. 0-1. Hamels leaning in for the sign. The left-hander is ready. 0-2. Romine away from second. Marte away from first. And a fly ball slicing down the right field line. Long run over. It is a fair ball. And 1 run is home. They are going to hold Marte at third. It is an RBI double for Dixon Machado, and we have a tie ball game. The Tigers have come back to tie this game at 6.
Boy, just one of those games for Cole. He gotten ahead of several of these hitters this inning and just hasn't been able to put them away. A couple of the young hitters, Marte and Machado, make them pay for it. Not hit all that hard, but definitely located it right down the line pretty well. Kind of a shocking inning, really, after you get Kinsler and Cabrera with 2 strikeouts, nobody on and 2 outs. Walk, hit by pitch, single, double. Still not out of the inning yet. Men on second and third.
And Chichi Gonzalez starting to throw in that Ranger bullpen. Ryan Holiday, the hitter. Holiday had the solo home run in the second inning, his second round tripper of the year. On the inside corner, it is 0-2.
Another hitter that he's ahead of. See if he can put him away.
Started with 2 outs and the bases empty. A walk, a hit batter, a single double. And we've got a brand new ball game. Hamels okays the sign. Got him swinging. Here with a changeup, Cole ends up striking out the side, but Tigers tie the ball game. They get 2 runs on 2 hits and lead 2 after 2.5. 6-6 the score.
We have here, it's Ben and Skin, 105.3 The Fan. You know, the Fox Sports Fan Express rolled in because they got a bunch of listeners on board having a good time here at the ballpark. You bet. Now, Ben, the big news is coming up, the Angels series. It's red out the ballpark. That happens Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tell us about that.
Yeah, go to TexasRangers.com and use the coupon code REDOUT, REDOUT, and you'll get $10 tickets. That's how much we love you. Also, go to the Rangers Pro Shop, 20% off anything that's red through Friday. We want the whole place to be packed for the Angel series, and we brought some special chanters out here. These people know how to do chants.
Yes.
The one you asked me to do is Noxie's Ripped.
Noxie's Ripped! Noxie's Ripped! Noxie's Ripped! Noxie's especially a rip. They just ripped off a possible home run right there, Ben and Skin. But let's talk about Skin. The tickets, $10 tickets, you can't beat that. Red out the ballpark Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big series against those Angels.
Yeah, big series, but let's face it, baseball's about tradition. And one of the really cool things is every year, and hopefully after a long playoff drive, me and Ben and Tag and Buzz, we always go on an expensive vacation together to a very exotic locale like Turks and Caicos, and Buzz always picks up the tab. And this year we're bringing all these people with us on Buzz's tab. We're all going to vacation together. That's it.
I like it. So the champs are going right here. We got to give the Rangers some lift, guys. Good having you here at the ballpark. Way to go, guys. Good seeing you. Thanks, Ben and Skin. Nice job, Buzz.
All right, Noxie, thank you. Yeah, tell Skin I'm still working on that, too. I'll get back to him on that. Elvis Andrus, a one-hopper to Marte at third. And that very quickly is out number 2. You all saw it when Mitch Moreland drove one to the wall in dead center, starting the inning off, and Anthony Gose went up against the padding and up near the top of the wall to haul it in.
Yeah, Farber, the first 2 hitters he faced, Napoli hit one 390 feet, just got underneath it. It would have got 450 feet. Mitch just missed one, putting it on the grass in center field.
Oh, 2 outs. Here's Rougned Odor, who tripled, drove in a run his first time up. Odor now with 9 triples, 59 RBI. That batting average at 268 as he faces Buck Farmer. Two and 0. Farmer came in and got the final out of that second inning. Took over for Daniel Norris, who went an inning and 2/3. It took him 71 pitches to get those 5 outs. And Odor lines one to center, but Gose right in his tracks almost makes the catch. And for the first time tonight, a team has been retired in 1-2-3 fashion. We have finished 3. It's the Rangers 6 and the Tigers 6. Is with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Enjoy live look-ins, highlights, replay reviews, scores, StatCast, live radio broadcasts, and a lot more. Get MLB.com at bat right now. Well, Cole Hamels hopefully able to figure something out as he went to the bench. Takes the mound for the 4th inning, and he faces Anthony Gose to start things off for the Tigers. A 6-6 ball game. Gose takes a big breaking ball for strike 1, and we welcome in Mark McLemore. Mac, do you have any answers for us? We've got a lot of questions, but we need some answers.
1, 2, 3. How about that?
That'll be an answer.
That's an answer. We just got to do it now.
There you go. Odd ball game tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, weird things happen in the first, and they just continue.
Every inning, both sides. Just hey, it's baseball.
Yep.
You really can't explain it.
Gose shooting one to left. Venable, though, had him played pretty well. Back and to his right. Able to make the catch for out number 1. Will gets an opportunity in his second inning out there. And now back to the top of the order for Rajai Davis.
Cole's been good at getting 1 and 2. He just hasn't been able to finish off that 3rd one without damage.
Yeah. And even getting 1 and 2, then he'd get ahead of people and not be able to put them away. That's been a problem for him. From a pitcher's standpoint, that is the most frustrating thing to go through, where you get strike 1 and strike 2, and you don't think anything changes, but the results don't match up with what you think. All of a sudden, you're dealing with people on base after 0-2 hits and 1-2 hits, and say, what happened? Well, didn't put them away, didn't finish them off.
Yeah, he hasn't finished off the individual hitters. He hasn't finished off the Tigers either. He's gotten the first 2 guys in each inning. 2 up, 2 down, nobody on, 2 outs. All 3 of the 2-run rallies occurred that way.
A ball and 2 strikes to Davis, who has had an RBI single and a ground ball to third. Rajai Davis, a .261 hitter. Hamels to the wind. Back to the plate he comes. Got him swinging.
Here we go again. Let's see if we can get Kinsler here.
Strikeout number 5 for Hamels. Kinsler rounded out in the first inning. Last time up, struck out. He led off the third. Hamels' first pitch to him. 1 ball, no strikes. Mentioned Ian leading in multi-hit games, 60 of them. That's the most in the major leagues. Third in the American League with 83 hits. Up the middle, Elvis on the run, in the dirt, dug out by Mitch Moore. There you go, Matt. That's what we're talking about. 1, 2, 3. You show up, and we get to go. You just have to say it. 3 up, 3 down after 3.5. We are tied at 6. It's also the last chance this year to enjoy $1 hot dog night at Globe Life Park. Get to TexasRangers.com to get tickets for the important matchup with the Tigers and to savor the last $1 hot dogs of the season. Chris Jimenez starting things off. Buck Farmer missing outside for ball 1. Jimenez leading off the Ranger 4th inning. 0 for 1 tonight. Flied out to right field to end the first inning. Tigers 2 on the board in each the first, second, and third innings. Rangers answered in the first with 5 and then put 1 more on the board in the second. And Chris Jimenez trying to jumpstart the offense here in the 4th inning. See if the Rangers can regain the lead. Into center field, Gose for out number 1. That'll take the Rangers back to the top, and Delino to Shields. What do you guys think about this time of year, a ball club like the Tigers? Obviously explosive offensively, but are they a dangerous team to be playing in the last week of the season? You know, when they're not playing well?
They can be. I think it depends on what, some of the guys. I mean, I see a couple of guys that aren't really into it tonight, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. And that can happen when you're on a team that's, been eliminated. You don't particularly want to see it. But, yes, they can be. There could be some guys out there that are really into it and want to get it done. And really, you look at these first couple of nights, and it's the younger guys that have been going after. The guys have just gotten called up. They want to, make a name for themselves and really show that they belong at the big league level.
That's coming back. Look at that.
Cue shot right down at first. And
he almost beat the ball. That ball was trying to come back into fair territory.
And Romine, the first baseman, was going to let it, too. He was right at the bag.
That might not have been a smart thing. Shields was there.
Yeah, he was.
Right off the end of the bat. It's spinning, trying to come. That ball spin.
Romine can't pick it up.
Boy, if you could make your curveball spin like that, Buzz, you might never give up a hit.
That thing went both ways. Now, that'd be a good one to make it go both ways.
Yeah. The guy that invents that pitch, he will revolutionize the game.
I think they already invented it.
We'll have to outlaw it.
That's where the Tommy John surgery came from, making the ball do that. Look at this thing spin.
I really thought it was going to come back. Wow.
Now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Delino. And he has gone on strikes as Farmer painted the outside corner knee high. Farmer with his first strikeout. That's the first strikeout rung up by Tiger pitching tonight. 2 gone for Shin-Soo Choo. Folks, Southwest Airlines is celebrating the arrival of 8 new nonstop destinations out of Dallas Love Field. Just go to southwest.com/RangersLove to enter to win round trip tickets. Choo tonight has homered and grounded to first. 1 out of 2 as he takes strike 1. Boy, Shin-Soo, I mean, we may be redundant talking about it, but needs to be talked about a lot as he drives one to left, deep and up the alley. It's off the wall. Davis plays the carom. Chu into second with a ringing double off the southwest side.
Can't be redundant. It has to be. He keeps doing it.
He
so
does.
We got to keep talking
He
about
does.
it.
That's amazing. Left field, right field, center field, doesn't matter.
Well, it's a lot of at-bats where he's hit whatever, 350 or 360. He's been one of the best players in the league in the last 2 months. Since the All-Star break, he's been on base about 46, 45, 46% of the time. Is it probably 420 in September? He scored 24 runs in September.
You know, don't get me wrong, the home run, obviously great. The double right there was great, but what impressed me was his last at bat with Delino out at second base and nobody out.
Yep.
He gave himself up, had the ball over to the right side. Let me get that runner over to third base.
Tried to bunt one time.
Absolutely. So that shows you he knows what he's doing up there at the plate, and he's a team player. So
Definitely.
that was a very impressive at bat.
No, that's a good point. Good point, Mac. Sometimes we lose sight of that when you see him do the other stuff. Beltre shooting it foul to the right. It is 1-1 to Adrian. Beltre 2 for 2 tonight. Pair of singles, an RBI, his 71st of the year. He's also scored a run. Beltre now with 26 runs driven in this month. Got a big one out there at second. Shin-Soo Choo with the lead from the bag. 1-2 to Beltre.
Going back to last night's game, you saw Prince Fielder's last at bat against Felice, expanding that strike zone and getting that 2-out single that drove in 2 runs. Beltre's done that tonight. His last at bat, he expanded that strike zone, went after a high fastball his first pitch, and then hit a shut off the third baseman's glove. A pitch that was down. That's what the run producers do.
Long run for J.D. Martinez into the corner. He can't get it. It's a fair ball. And hops into the seats. Beltre will have a ground rule double. Chu scores, and Beltre drives in another. The Rangers have the lead again. 7-6.
This might be 4 innings of the worst defense we've seen all year.
Wow.
It's one thing to boot a ground ball, maybe make an errant throw. There have been 3 balls hit in the air. There have been simple plays that they haven't even come close to making them.
Wow.
Ian missed a line drive that was a routine play. The first baseman missed a pop-up. And Martinez comes over, puts his glove down, doesn't even touch the ball.
Wow. That's all I can say. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, it's hard to find 4 innings with worse defense than that.
We'll take it. It's all on the other side. We'll take that.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. It'd be one thing if there were bad bounces going all over the place. Yeah, that you can understand.
Unless they're hitting a pigeon up in the air and going the wrong way. Those are just plays that, you know, when the fans say we've seen those plays made in youth league games, they're not exaggerating on those 3 plays.
You're right. Well, Prince Fielder is going to get the intentional pass. It'll be his second walk of the night. First intentionally. So he'll remain 0 for 1. It'll bring up Will Venable for his first at bat. The 4th wide one is issued. And Venable now will not face Buck Farmer. Instead, it'll be the veteran left-hander Tom Gorzolani. As Brad Ausmus indicates that he wants the left-hander to come in for this one at-bat against Venable. So the Rangers have regained the lead. They've scored a run here in the 4th inning. Another pitching change underway here in Globe Life Park. Rangers on top 7-6. We are back right after this. 2015 postseason beginning on October 6th. Go to MLB.com/postseason for a full broadcast schedule. The crowd out here at Globe Life Park seeing some things they enjoy, seeing some things maybe they've never seen before at a big league ballpark. 7-6, Rangers on top. Tom Gorzolani has come in to pitch against Will Venable with 2 on and 2 out. A run across for the Rangers here in the 4th inning. Saw Gorzolani last night. This is his 48th appearance of the year. 2-2 with a 6.05 ERA. The league hitting .298 against him. He will face Will Venable. Venable with his first at bat of the night. He took over for Mike Napoli once the starter, Daniel Norris, was out of the ball game. Will, a 194 average as a Ranger. Gorzolani misses with that breaking ball. Gorzolani for the year hitting at 246 with 6 home runs and 33 RBI. That combines what he has done with the Rangers and what he did with the San Diego Padres prior to coming over to Texas. Gorzolani with the 1-0 pitch. 2 balls, no strikes. Venable, the veteran outfielder, spent his entire career with the San Diego Padres. He's got Beltre at second, Fielder at first. 2-0 is on the way. Now 2-1. Venable is 1 out of 8 against Gorzolani in matchups from the National League. Gorzolani pitched his entire career up to this year over in the senior circuit. 2-2. Rangers 7 runs on 7 hits tonight. They have played error-free baseball. Tigers 6 runs on 6 hits. They have committed 2 errors, at least that registered on the scoreboard. Two on, 2 out. A 2-2 pitch coming. Full count. No, with 2 away, both Beltre and Fielder have the advantage of a running start. If Venable is able to keep this inning going, Mitch Moreland, the Ranger first baseman, is in that on-deck circle. And Drew Verhagen, right-hander, loosened up in that Tiger pen. Gorzolani with the payoff pitch. Runners on the move. Right off the fist to third. It's booted into foul territory, and everybody is safe. Jeffrey Marte missed a pop-up as a first baseman. Now he has booted a ground ball as a third baseman. That's going to be the 3rd Tiger error of the evening.
Yeah, third error, and Martinez should have caught that fly ball that Beltre hit too. It didn't go as an error, but Gorzolani makes a pretty good pitch. Ball spinning, just like the other ball, goes right in his glove and spun right out of his glove.
Those are really tough ones to catch there.
It looks like it's right in the middle of your glove, but it's still spinning, isn't it?
Yeah, and people don't realize when leather catches leather, it's going to catch and take off, and that's exactly what I did not like those at all. Those were my least favorite.
What do you have to do? Just make you squeeze your glove?
You've got to squeeze. You've got to close your glove, but you've got to catch it in the web as well. You don't want to catch it in the hand part where your hand is, because that's when it'll catch and it'll bounce off of there a little bit. That's all it needs. But yeah, I did not like those. That was my least favorite ball on defense to try and catch.
When you watch it in slow motion and you see that ball spinning, you realize that exactly what happened to Marte on that ball. It's still an error, but it wasn't quite as simple as it looked.
Pitch takes that pitch inside. Moreland 0 for 2 tonight, although the last ball that he hit in the 3rd inning, St. Anthony goes back to the wall in dead center field. The Ghosts had to go up into the padding to make the catch. And Mitch up there with the bases full and 2 outs here in the 4th. Gorzolani with the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Moreland struck out against Gorzolani last night. That was the only at-bat that Mitch has had against Gorzolani in the regular season. Ahead of the count here, 2-1. Now 3-1. Gorzolani couldn't get Mitch to offer at that sweeping breaking ball. Well, the fans coming to life now. Kind of like sharks smelling blood in the water. They're all pumped up. A lot of them on their feet here at Globe Life Park. They want the Rangers to bust this thing open. The 3-1 pitch. 3-2.
Mitch taking on that pitch. Probably going to see the same pitch if he can throw it for a strike. So let's see if he can throw 2 strikes in a row. If not, bring me that same fastball. I'll be ready for it.
Beltre, fielder, and Venable, third, second, and first, ready to move. The payoff pitch. Got him swinging. Got the fastball a little bit away that time, and Gorzelani gets the strikeout. Rangers take the lead. They get a run on 2 hits, an error, and leave 3. After 4, Rangers on top by 1. Rangers back on top, 7-6, as Cole Hamels back out to the hill. 5th inning, he will face the middle of the Tiger order. Miguel Cabrera, J.D. Martinez, and Andrew Romine. And Cabrera takes inside for ball 1. Cabrera walked and scored in the first, struck out in the 3rd inning. Makes that change up a bit low. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Cabrera still at .336. 17 home runs, 74 driven in. Three 3-0.
Now, Buzz, you're talking about best hitters in baseball, and I think you have to start with Cabrera for sure. Since 2010, he leads the major leagues in runs, RBIs, slugging percentage, batting average. Last year, he had, actually for him, a down year. He hit .313, 25 home runs, and knocked in 109 runs. All those numbers are probably a little bit lower than he's done over the last 5 or 6 years for the most part.
No, he's just incredible. You know, we've seen him. I guess I'm kind of jaded, too, by some of the displays he's put on against the Rangers over the years, and they've just been outlandish. 3-1 pitch. Slow topper, Beltre. With time. 1 gone. And with 1 away, J.D. Martinez coming up. Let's take a look at our Kubota power stats. Talking about Cole Hamels tonight. Now with 201 and a 3rd innings pitched this season, the 7th time in the last 8 years with 200 or more innings pitched, including the last 6 in a row. Almost 1,700 innings in the last since 2008. That's 4th in Major League Baseball.
You couldn't get a better picture of a circle change than that, could you, Buzz?
Nope, not really. Pretty well describes the whole thing. J.D. Martinez, a home run and a walk tonight. 2-run blast in the 1st inning. Since that 1st inning, Cole Hamels has given him a steady diet of off-speed pitches, either the curveball or the straight change. Cole with 81 pitches as he works here in the 5th inning. One and 2. Now J.D. Martinez really coming into his own as far as the power is concerned. He's got 58 home runs, which is 5th in the major league since last year, since June of last year. He's going to ground out here for the 2nd out. 2 up, 2 away. Hamels now has retired the last 6 that he's faced, and Andrew Romine will come up. See if he can have another 1-2-3 inning back. He should do.
You know, I think that's all that needed to be said. I don't think anybody told him that before the game started.
No, you know, I doubt that anybody really went up to him and said, hey, we need 1, 2, 3.
I don't think anybody said anything to him.
No. Romine hit by a pitch the first time that he faced Hamels tonight. Cole spending less time between pitches also. He's getting that ball and going right back to work.
He got the curveball working. First 2 innings wasn't working very well, but zeroing in with it now.
Man, I love seeing a pitcher work fast like
Yeah.
that.
Romine just able to tip it foul. Tigers?
I was going to say, only on defense, though. Not hitting.
Right.
That would drive me crazy.
Yeah. You'd be stepping out all the time.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. You guys remember. Hold on. Time out.
Fouled back to the screen.
I know I would have had trouble staying in the box in between pitches. I could never do that.
You always want to get both feet out and walk around a little bit.
I did.
Another 0-2 from Hamels. Softly into right field. And right there, Shin-Soo Choo. 7 straight now sent down by Cole. Like he's getting things back together. Halfway through the ball game, Rangers leading the Tigers 7-6 on Fox Sports Southwest. Some miscues tonight by the Tigers. Saw Ian Kinsler and Jeffrey Marte. J.D. Martinez having some problems. And Jeffrey Marte again. I don't think Jeffrey Marte is going to want to see a ball hit anywhere near him.
Well, if there's a high pop-up hit to him, he's going to be looking at the shortstop.
He might ask Beasley to catch it.
Yeah, I
could.
Good. Well, Tony's the one that got the helmet on. That means his head protected. Elvis starting things off. Andrews sacrifice fly and a ground out. 0 for 1, but with an RBI. And Gorzolani dealing strike 1 to even the count. This is one of the nights for Detroit where no style points obviously, and probably kind of snowballs, doesn't it, a little bit?
It looks like it can. It definitely has been for them. I mean, these are fairly routine balls that they've just not been able to make a play on. The exception, the hard hit one off, from Beltray, but I mean, even that one's, you'll see a lot of third basemen make that play.
Right.
But the other ones for sure.
Still 1-2 to Elvis. Andrews leading off the Ranger 5th. Gorzolani back to him. Another foul ball. Elvis at 257 as he leads off the Ranger 5th. Andrews, Odor, and Jimenez, the first 3 here in the inning. Saw Drew Verhagen, the right-hander, loosened and ready in the Tiger bullpen. Backdoor breaking ball, and Gorzolani wanted that, but couldn't quite get it in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Machado throws out his counterpart. Elvis retired 1 away for Rougned Odor. And before Odor steps in, let's send it over to John Radigan for a Mazda game break. All right, John, thank you. Rougned Odor has tripled and lined to center field. Takes that sweeping breaking ball for ball 1. John was talking about the Kansas City club slumping. They're behind the Toronto Blue Jays now for the best record in the American League, so they're in the number 2 spot as far as postseason seeding. 2-0 to Odor. Royals are a game behind Toronto as play began tonight. Gorzolani with the 2-0 pitch. 3-0. Rougned Odor hitting 8th, to be followed by the right-handed hitting Chris Jimenez. On the inside corner, 3-1. Odor's RBI triple in the first drove in Rougned's 59th run of the year. And he takes that pitch inside, draws a walk. No, 1 on, 1 out, and that's going to do it for Tom Gorzolani as Brad Ausmus making the trek to the mound one more time. The right-hander Verhagen ready in the bullpen, and that's who he wants. So Verhagen will come in to be the new Tiger pitcher, the 4th one used tonight by Brad Ausmus. Another pitching change underway here at Globe Life Park. We're back with the Rangers leading 7-6 in the 5th inning. And timeout, we're back after this. Appreciation Day at our Globe Life Park. Come on out and join in fan appreciation festivities. Be sure to get to the ballpark early. The first 30,000 fans that day will receive a voucher good for a free ticket in 2016. Visit TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS to get your tickets for Sunday, Fan Appreciation Day. Well, Drew Verhagen out of Rockwall, Texas, on now. Right-hander that was taken by the Tigers in the 4th round of the 2012 draft out of Vanderbilt University. On to face Chris Jimenez with Rougned Odor at first and 1 out. Verhagen hits the inside corner with strike 1. Verhagen in his 19th appearance for the Tigers this year. ERA of 2.38 and very good opponent's batting average, just 2.18. Chopper to the right side, Kinsler to second, and back to first to complete the double play. So Verhagen comes in, gets a 2-pitch double play, and the Ranger 5th has come to a close. 7-6 Rangers after 5. Back, thanks for joining us. We'll see you after the ball game on Rangers Live. Against the division rival Los Angeles Angels, will be treated to a post-game fireworks show themed to some of your favorite spooky music to help the countdown to Halloween get underway. Discounted tickets are available at TexasRangers.com using the online coupon code FIREWORKS. Well, come on out for Friday night series with the Angels beginning on Thursday. Looks like it's going to be extremely important in determining the outcome of the 2015 regular season. Right now, the Angels and Rangers are separated by 2 games. They have both played the same number of games. The Angels start here on Thursday. The Astros have an off day on Thursday. That will catch them up. Or I should say it'll catch the Rangers and Angels up in the number of games played. They will all be even going into the final 3 of the year. Jeffrey Marte tonight is 1 for 2 in an RBI single in the 3rd. He's also skied to center field. Cole Hamels with the 1-1 pitch. 1-2. Marte didn't think so. He thought that pitch was low, but Alfonso Marquez said no, sir, it was not.
Well, Cole trying to keep it going. He's retired 7 straight. Settled down, a couple of scoreless innings. Trying to finish strong. Keep that 1-run lead. Curveball is working for him really well the last couple of innings.
Cole has had 5 strikeouts tonight. Run into a couple of fits of loss of command. But we've seen him come back from those before. Last time out against Oakland, he had, or when he was in Oakland, he had that problem. Good breaking ball there. Marte becomes the 6th strikeout victim for Hamilton.
There's been 6 or 7 swings just like that at the curveball. A couple of them were by Martinez, a couple of them were by Cabrera. That curveball really got some bite to it right now.
So 8 straight set down by Hamels now. Dixon Machado had an RBI double his last time up. Strike 1. A ball and a strike. Machado, along with the double, has struck out tonight. Currently hitting at 254 as Hamels comes back to him. Gets the changeup in. 1-2. Got him swinging.
Oh, that thing is really working for him right now. There hasn't been a good swing at that curveball in a long time.
7 strikeouts for Hamilton.
Whatever it was after the second inning, he found it.
Yep.
The curveball, he didn't throw a lot of them, but when he did, they weren't strikes in the first couple of innings. Since the second inning, the curveball's been his best pitch.
2 up, 2 away on strikeouts. Ryan Holiday has struck out and homered tonight. Hamels' first pitch. Fastball right through there. McCole now in a situation where he's getting ahead with the fastball and then doing whatever else he wants to.
Probably not what the manager's looking for there. Bunt for a base hit with 2 outs and left-hand hitter coming up next.
Pop foul. I would imagine that Brad Ausmus was kind of like Halladay to see if he can't hit one out of the ballpark.
Hey, he's already done it once.
Yeah. Tom told you Halladay out of TCU. All conference catcher a couple of years for the Horned Frogs. 1-2 pitch. Halladay able to lay off that curveball. 2-2. Bryan made his major league debut back in 2012. Played in half a dozen ball games. Got into 62 last year. Little looper down the right field line. It is falling. It's a fair ball. Halladay going to go for 2. Chu's throw is cut off. And Halladay with a sliding double. He is in scoring position now, carrying the tying run with Anthony Ghost coming up. Fifth double for Brian Halladay. Has a double to go along with his home run. That was a breaking ball that Hamels didn't get down where he wanted.
Halladay hit that ball off the fist, but second or third ball that has found a little space out there in right field. Not exceptionally hard hit.
Mike Maddox out to talk to Cole Hamels again and give the bullpen an opportunity to get up and get to work. Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire, going to go out and throw in his 2 cents worth. So the tying run at second with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Anthony Ghost has had a base hit and a line drive to left field. Or 1 for 2. Sam Dyson, the right-hander, starting to loosen in that Ranger pen. Ghost a 254 average. Plays off the breaking ball. Hits now are even at 7 apiece for the Tigers and the Rangers. Rangers have that 1-run lead. Cole Hamels is trying to protect. Fires a strike in at the knees. Cole up over the 100 pitch mark, 104. As he reads the signs from Chris Jimenez. Ryan Holiday getting his lead from second right there at the bottom of your screen. One and two. Crowd now raising a ruckus in support of Cole Hamels and the Rangers. Cole again, leaning in for the sign. The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Hamels ends up striking out the side, works around the 2-out double. Tigers strand a runner. We played 5.5. Rangers lead at 7-6. Shin-Soo Choo coming up in the Rangers' 6th inning when we come back. The Sonic Slam inning brought to you by Sonic. Tonight's jackpot is worth $600 and dinner for two at Sonic Drive-In. If a Ranger hits a home run during this inning, William Stevenson and Waxahachie will win $600. And if a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, William is going to win $25,000. You can register at any participating Sonic restaurant. Top of the Ranger order to face Drew Verhagen. The liner to Shields. Lines one to left, but right at Rajai Davis. Oh, Delino, a sharp liner to start off the Ranger 6th inning. The liner now is 1 for 4. Having doubled and reached on an error both times he scored earlier in the ballgame. And here he is, Shin-Soo Choo. Choo with a double and a home run. 2 for 3 tonight. Batting average up to .277. Verhagen hits the outer part of the strike zone. Nice crowd on hand on this Tuesday night at Globe Life Park. Looks to be in the neighborhood of 30,000 or so.
Beltre got that little tapper in foul territory, threw it all the way over the screen.
Tried that the other night, couldn't get it over.
Couldn't get over. Yeah, he's worked on it.
Choo swing and a miss. Verhagen gets the strikeout.
That must have been a pretty good pitch if it struck Choo out the way he's swinging the bat tonight. Home run to right, double off the wall to deep left field. Fastball tailing up and away from him.
2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. And Adrian Beltre, a perfect night as he steps in. 3 for 3. He has driven in a couple of runs, a pair of singles and a double. He has scored once. Beltre hitting at .282 as he takes the breaking ball for strike 1. Talked about the Rangers offense. It has been in high gear, especially in this ballpark. Rangers, if you go back to the 29th of July, that was after they had been drubbed by the Yankees at 21-5 game. The Rangers turned things around. Since that time, they have hit .304 as a team in this ballpark. Rangers averaging nearly 6 runs per game since then at home. The team ERA has gone down to .365. 2-1 pitch. The third, Marte almost got caught in between. Throw gets Beltre by a half step. No, that will do it. Rangers 3 up and 3 down. Verhagen has a quick 6th inning. We're going on to inning number 7 here at Globe Life Park. It's the Rangers 7 and the Tigers 6. Game summary got off to a loud start. J.D. Martinez, a 2-run blast in the 1st inning, got the Tigers out early, but Shin Soo-Choo said, I can do that too. He puts in the lower home run course to tie the game. And then still in the bottom of the 1st, Rougned Odor, the RBI triple, capped off a 5-run Ranger 1st inning, 5-2 Texas. Adrian Beltre looped one to right field that J.D. Martinez couldn't come up with. That played at Shin Soo-Choo in the 4th inning. Rangers have since gone ahead by 1. They are leading 7-6 as Sam Dyson comes into the game to take over here in the 7th inning. Dyson, the sinker baller, a 27 appearance now for the Rangers. Dyson 2-1 with a 1.37 ERA. Dyson came over from the Miami Marlins right at the trade deadline. Going to work here, and the first pitch to Rajai Davis is pounded into the ground to Beltre. 1 pitch and 1 away. No surprise about the outcome there.
No surprise at all. Boy, when he runs that thing in on the fist of the right-hand hitters, they not only hit it into the ground, it hurts their hands too. We've seen him come in, and earlier when he first joined the Rangers, it was mostly fastballs, and I think he might have thrown a few sliders, but now he's thrown fastballs. The other day he threw a lot of changeups. If you want to call something going 88 to 90 miles an hour changeup, but I guess compared to his fastball, that is a changeup.
He pumps in a good fastball to Kinsler for strike 1. Ian, 2 groundouts and a strikeout tonight, 0 for 3. Kinsler now a tick below the 300 level, 299. Chopper foul. No balls and 2 strikes. And the Ranger captain's at it again. And
poor girl.
Gave that young lady a heart attack.
I don't even know if that's funny or not. Poor thing was scared to death. Guys in the truck say, yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Okay, it's funny. Crazy horse.
Yeah. I think he was an Indian chief, wasn't he? 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Rangers play Kinsler around to the left in the infield. Outfield pretty much straight away. Sam Dyson with the 2-2 pitch. 3-2. Dyson has only walked 4 in his 26 2/3 innings with the Rangers. Full count to Kinsler. The payoff pitch. We'll try it again. Kinsler hitting second in the order. He'll be followed by the designated hitter tonight, Miguel Cabrera. Dyson with the new baseball and a brief little chat with Chris Jimenez. Sam out of Tampa, Florida. Another 3-2.
Well, Ian Kinsler is a hitter that has never seen a fastball that he couldn't pull. I don't care how hard you throw it. If you throw it in the middle of the plate in, he's going to pull it and probably make contact.
Yeah, most likely.
And it's right up near his chin. He's not going to move away from it either. Take a pitch that's about a foot away without moving his head back.
Another foul ball back to the screen.
Sam's filling up the middle of the strike zone. Saying, I'm not going to walk you. Here's my fastball.
Dyson with 4 walks, 24 strikeouts. As the sign he wants, another 3-2 is coming to Kinsler. Popped him up. Beltre and Andrews. And it'll be Elvis taking charge. 2 gone. They always have some kind of conversation after every play. Now 2 away. Cabrera tonight has walked, struck out, and grounded out. All 3 of his bats against the starter Cole Hamels. 1 ball, no strikes. Hamels, by the way, 6 innings tonight, 7 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Also had a hit batter. Gave up 2 home runs. Turning things over to Sam Dyson here in the 7th. Sharply hit right on Elvis. And Dyson gets a couple of ground balls and a pop out of 1-2-3 inning. We'll take the stretch here at Globe Life Park. It's the Rangers 7 and the Tigers 6.
Of the 7th spoke with the skipper Jeff Bannister before the game about his team's situation, and it's kind of ironic how the situation before the game is very similar to where it is right now.
Look, we've been in this spot as far as had our backs against the wall, a sense of urgency, if you will, and our guys seem to respond very well in these type of situations, and so I feel confident this is a group of guys that are going to go out and play their brand of baseball, that they'll have plenty of energy and focus, and I think there'll be a little bit extra with Cole on the mound tonight.
And the brand of baseball that this team has played, especially here in the second half, is one that has picked each other up, and that happened tonight with Cole Hamels and this offense. Hopefully they can cling to it for the final 2 guys.
Pitch fielder and a midfield base hit.
What a play. What a play.
Fantastic play by Machado just to field it and make a throw, get a throw off.
I don't know how he got the throw off and made a fairly, well, I won't call it a strong throw, but from the position he was in, it was a strong throw and an accurate throw. Prince hit the ball right between the fielders. Look at this play. All out dive, knocks it down. Almost from his back, a desperation throw right on the money.
Well, Prince with his first hit tonight. He's 1 for 2 now with a couple of walks. And Will Venable showing butt takes ball 1, or strike 1. Okay. Well, for the Rangers, that's their 8th base hit of the night. Venable gets the butt down. Boy, he put some backspin on that so hard he had to come get it.
He got a good pitch to bum. Some type of a slower pitch, change-up, curveball. Wasn't really watching it, but it was 75 miles an hour. That's a pretty easy pitch to bunt, exactly the way you want to.
The fielder in the scoring position now with 1 out.
Like a curveball that stayed up for him.
Prince out there at second.
He's trying to protect that base.
Yes, he is. Mitch Moreland 0 for 3 tonight. He has struck out, flied out deep to center field, and grounded out. Right back up the middle. That is going to find center field. Fielder going to be held at third.
And it was a good thing.
Yeah.
What a throw by Ghost. Of course, he wasn't that far out. He charged it. with his speed and threw a one-hop strike to the plate. So that was a good call at third base. Well, two balls hit very similarly. Soft ground balls almost exactly between the shortstop and the second baseman. And there's Ghost firing home on one hop. Beautiful throw.
Well, Brad Ausmus out to the mound once again as they see Prince being held up in third. Blaine Hardy is finished. Ausmus wants some reinforcements from the bullpen. A pitching change underway in the bottom of the seventh. Rangers on top 7-6, looking for more. We are back right after this. All right, John, thank you. Well, the Rangers making noise here, and so is the crowd at Globe Life Park. Al Albuquerque has come in to inherit runners at first and third with one out. He'll face Elvis Andrus. Albuquerque, a very often used right-hander, his 67th appearance of the year. 4.33 ERA and a 2.75 league batting average against. And the first pitch knocks Elvis down for ball one. If the Rangers had thought about a squeeze on the first pitch, that would have taken care of that.
No kid. That'll get your attention.
Yep. Elvis, sacrifice fly and a couple of ground outs. 0 for 2 officially. Takes that pitch high. 2 balls and no strikes. Albuquerque, a lot of sliders. Sinker slider, if you will. Elvis would beg to differ on that first one. That pitch didn't sink. That's down and away. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Elvis, if he gets aboard and load the bases, you have Rougned Odor coming up against Albuquerque. Nobody warming in the Tiger bullpen. Right-hander with a 3-0 pitch. Lost him. Bases full for Odor. And Brad Ausmus said, you know, I've seen this before. Brad Ausmus musing over there. Last night, Odor was the second hitter in that situation, Tom, that you talked about a little bit earlier. The bases full for the Rangers in the 4th inning. That was against Justin Verlander. Elvis Andrus had popped out for the first out, and then Rougned came up against Verlander. Verlander threw in 3 high fastballs, and Rougned expanded the strike zone and came away empty.
Yeah, I think he just got a little over anxious to try to make something happen right there and help Verlander out with swings at a couple of those pitches.
And he takes the first pitch here for strike 1. Odor, an RBI triple in the first inning. Lined out in the 3rd and walked in the 5th. Oh, 2. Take you back to the first inning. It's Daniel Norris just out of the reach of Anthony Gose. Rougned with the 3-bagger, his 9th triple of the year. Down to the count here, 0-2. Odor, a 268 average. Al Albuquerque, 6th pitcher used tonight by the Detroit Tigers. Foul back, so Rougned hanging tough. Chris Fielder led off the inning with an infield single. He was sacrificed to second. Mitch Moreland had a base hit to center. And Elvis Andrus walked after Moreland's base hit to load the bases. Now 0-2. Got him swinging. Breaking ball from Albuquerque. Strikeout. Odor is gone. And there are 2 away. And Chris Jimenez being called back to the dugout. It's going to be Josh Hamilton grabbing a bat, and he is going to come out and pinch hit. And the applause are standing down the right field line and now all over the lower seating bowl as Josh Hamilton's name is announced by Chuck Morgan. '10 American League MVP Josh Hamilton. A .253 average with 6 home runs, 21 driven in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. First ball swinging, he pops it down the left side. That will slice back into the crowd. Josh Hamilton against Al Albuquerque, 0 for 1 in previous matchups.
Well, Albuquerque has the off-speed pitch. Saw Rubned have a hard time laying off it. I'm pretty sure Josh is going to see a couple of them too. Here's one of them. Great fastball, 96 miles an hour with his fastball, and that off-speed pitch, 87 miles an hour. Pretty good strikeout pitch for him.
He's gotten ahead of the count to Hamilton. No balls and 2 strikes. In the dirt, Hamilton able to lay off. Ryan Holiday out to talk to Albuquerque. Hamilton, as a pinch hitter this year, is 2 for 8. Earlier in the year, very early in the year, early in his year with the Rangers, had a big walk-off double. Check swing, the pitch is low.
Good job. Well, 2 of those pitches, Albuquerque's strikeout pitch, Josh was able to lay off both of them.
Infield in an overshift with Hamilton up there. 3 players on the right side of the diamond. The outfield shading toward right. Got him swinging. Albuquerque gets a couple of strikeouts. Odor and Hamilton. Rangers let one go by the boards. No runs, 2 hits. They leave the bases full. Will go to the 8th with the Rangers leading by 1.
He got engaged here at the ballpark a couple of weeks ago. Now, the good thing about it is Andrew's from Michigan. He's now a Ranger fan. Congratulations. Here's the bag. And that's a loud fan behind you, but that's okay. Congratulations. When's the big wedding date?
Next October.
Next October. Oh, that's a long day. Why don't you say we just get this thing going maybe this weekend? We'll have the Reverend Tom Green perform the ceremony.
That sounds like a great idea. I love Tom Green.
That might be a little bit too quick.
A little too quick, okay. All right, well, good to have you out here. Hopefully she's not invited to the wedding. Very, very loud fan there. All right, guys, congratulations. Appreciate it. Buzz.
Thanks so much. 8th inning, and Keone Kela is in the ball game now, facing J.D. Martinez. Keone, his 67th appearance of the year, 7-5 with 20 holds to his credit. That's the most on the ball club. 2.44 ERA in the league, hitting just .233 against Keone. Martinez a good rip at the fastball, and he fouled it straight back. And a new battery mate for Keone Kela. That would be Robinson Chirinos. And a new center fielder, as Drew Stubbs has come in to take over in the middle of the diamond. No balls and 2 strikes. Sharply hit, but right at Elvis. 1 gone. J.D. Martinez grounds out. Now Andrew Romine will come up.
The only base runner that the Tigers have had after the 3rd inning was the bloop double that Brian Holiday hit in the 6th inning. Cole finished strong. 1-2-3 inning for Sam Dyson. And Keone trying to do the same thing.
And Jake Diekman loosening in that Ranger pen. Available from the left side if Keone should need it. Andrew Romine fouls off that first pitch. It is 0-1. Romine entered the ball game in the 3rd inning, was hit by a pitch, scored a run in that 3rd frame. Also flied to right, so 0 for 1 officially. Kello with the 0-1 pitch. The ball got by Robinson Chirinos, and it hit Alfonso Marquez right in the mask before ricocheting off. And pitch number 2 right there, right below the Fox track insignia. 1-1. Out of play to the left. Last time we saw Keone Kello was in the Oakland series. Some 5 days ago out in Oakland, worked an inning of shutout baseball with a couple of strikeouts. Jeff Bannister made it very clear that Keone will most likely not work back-to-back days anymore, at least in the regular season. And he would only use Keone if the game were tied or the Rangers were ahead. Two balls, 2 strikes. They're trying to manage Keone's innings and appearances this year. Keone did have about a 10-day hiatus earlier in the year, right at the end of July. Came back refreshed, and that's the idea, to keep him that way. 3-2 as Romine laid off the breaking ball. Romine hitting in the 5th spot in the order will be followed by Jeffrey Marte. Rangers leading 7-6. They have out-hit the Tigers tonight 9-7. Payoff pitch from Kellett. Odor on to first for the out. 2 away.
Well, pretty good relief pitching so far. 3 up, 3 down for Sam Dyson. 2 up, 2 down for Keone Kello. They're pitching through the top of the order and the middle of the order. Keone throwing a lot of strikes.
Folks, the Texas Rangers are now taking deposits for the 2015 postseason suite rentals. And postseason suites are a perfect way to entertain your group of 12 to 100 or so. Visit TexasRangers.com/postseason suite to get all the details on this exciting opportunity. Now, the Ranger bullpen, as we've talked about, the best in the American League in the month of September as far as ERA is concerned. They have a 2.23 ERA for the month. That covers now approaching 80 innings of work. Matter of fact, that's the lowest in the majors, not just the American League. Pitch to Marte on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rangers also have given up the lowest batting average against them in the major leagues. 196, the opponent's average against the Ranger bullpen in the month of September. Quite a turnaround from where the bullpen was, say, in early May. Late April, early May. 2-1. Keone Kello, of course, establishing himself as one of the mainstays of the 7th and 8th inning for the Rangers. He and the addition of Sam Dyson, Jake Diekman, really solidified that part of the ball game for the Rangers. And the emergence of Sean Tollison as the closer has really capped off quite a formidable unit out there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Marte. And the crowd again getting into it. And this has been quite a development the last 2 homestands. Crowds have really gotten behind the Rangers. Got him swinging. Big breaking ball. Kello gets a strikeout. It is another 1-2-3 frame for the bullpen. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Rangers leading 7-6 on Fox Sports Southwest.
Tigers, plural, as we head to the bottom of the 8th here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. This the middle of a 3-game set between these 2 teams. The finale will take place tomorrow here at the Globe. Same time, same place, 7 o'clock here on Fox Sports Southwest. Here you see Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder, a couple of the hotter hitting principals in. This one should be hopefully a rubber match tomorrow, fellas. And thanks to the folks at AT&T Uverse for getting us ready for it.
All right, Ed, thank you. Drew Stubbs with his first at bat of the evening, taking over for Delino DeShields, and he grounds out to the shortstop Machado for the first out here in the 8th inning. And while we have a second, how about our TXU Energy Power Player of the night? It would be Shin-Soo Choo. That first inning, 2-run home run answered the Tiger 2 spot in the first. Choo would go on to have a double also high off the wall in left field. Choo has had himself quite a night. And up there now, fouling off that first pitch from Al Albuquerque. But Choo 2 for 4. 2 runs driven home, a .277 average. Albuquerque gets that tailing fastball to nibble on the inside corner for strike 2. Albuquerque, the 29-year-old out of Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Albuquerque, a mainstay for the better part of the last 4 years. Speaking of mainstays, how about the Ranger closer, Sean Tollison, getting loose? He has been the mainstay since May the 20th, finishing up things. Cup hop off of Gromine's glove, and a backhand flip not in time to get Choo.
Took a little hop on him. That had it in his glove and bounced out. Choo hustling all the way. Might have got himself an infield hit. We'll see what the scorer thinks on that one.
Well, the error.
Error?
Yeah, he's going to make the 4th error of the day.
Yeah, looking at it from that angle, you can see that call.
First base has been kind of a minefield for the Tigers.
Tigers having a hard time catching the ball today.
Yeah. Error number 4. Well, we'll see if the Rangers can't capitalize once again. Adrian Beltre is 3 for 4 tonight. 2 singles and a double. Adrian with the average now at .282. And Albuquerque going to work on Choo a bit. Beltre 2 for 2 against Al Albuquerque in previous matchups. See if he stays perfect. Nothing in 1. Choo a modest lead at first as Albuquerque sets. Inside corner. First 4-error game for the Tigers this season. Romine and Marte, each of Marte's had a couple of miscues. One as a first baseman, one as a third baseman.
Well, that was pretty foul.
How do you hit that?
I don't know how you can even hit it there.
Well, Holiday wanted that pitch up, and he got it up there.
He got it maybe higher than he wanted it. He still hit it.
He would have knocked the F right off the Fox. Going outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crowd of almost 29,000 on hand here tonight. 28,729. Trying to cheer their Rangers on to come back to even up this series at a game apiece. Set up a rubber match tomorrow, as Emily was talking about. One and two, Albuquerque to the plate. amazing. You watch that at bat we were talking about, Tom, with Prince Fielder last night. Then you watch an at bat like this for Adrian Beltre. You got two guys that are run producers in the middle of the order that it's almost impossible to throw them a pitch they can't handle when they're trying to make contact.
Yeah, you're right. That's why they've been so great for so long, Buzz. They zero in, they focus, and they just won't let you get the ball by them.
Chopper foul. Now you get them in a situation like this. There's almost no sense even thinking about a book on them. You can't figure out that if you throw a pitch in this spot, they're going to swing and miss. That's not going to happen. Now, they may swing and miss, but it's not because of a pitch variation. That's outside. Not by much, but it's 2-2. Let's go Rangers chant starting to heat up at the ballpark. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, Beltre refusing to go that far out of the strike zone. And he has worked the count full. Beltre hitting in front of Prince Fielder. Rangers looking to add on to their 7-6 lead. Chu, we'll see if he is off with this pitch. 3-2 with 1 out. Albuquerque sets. Chu on the move. Payoff pitch got him swinging. Throw to second, and they got Chu. Turns into a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And the Ranger 8th comes to a close. No runs, no hits, an error, and nobody left. We're going to the 9th inning. It's tally time at Globe Life Park. 7-6 Rangers.
Try to reduce that magic number, do what they can to reduce it, and see if they can get some help out west as well. After the game, we will update you on all that with Rangers Live. It's the post-game show coming your way immediately following the game. I'll be here. Mark McLemore and Pudge Rodriguez will join me. Emily gets lots of post-game reaction. We'll hear from Jeff Bannister and players as well. And Noxie will do what he does, too. It's all coming up right after the game. Rangers Live, a complete post-game wrap-up, guys.
All right, John, thank you. Well, we head to the 9th inning, and Sean Tolleson on to try and close out what would be his 34th save of the year. He's 33 out of 35. His 69th appearance of the year. 229 opponent's batting average. He'll face a pinch hitter. Alex Avila is off the Tiger bench, pinch hitting for Dixon Machado. And first pitch to him is a good fastball by Tolleson. 4 strike 1. Avila just a 193 average, but he has some pop. He has 4 home runs, 13 driven in. Again, a year that he has been hampered by injuries. Tolleson's next pitch to him. 0-2. Well, John Tolleson, who we last saw 4 days ago in Houston, worked an inning of shutout baseball against the Astros. Should be well rested here tonight. 0-2 for the 27-year-old right-hander. With that curveball, and couldn't get Avila to offer at it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alex Avila, the son of now general manager Al Avila for the Tigers. Al Avila had been in the front office for 20 years or so, and Dave Dombrowski's assistant. Up the middle, off of Tolleson. Fielded by Elvis to throw. They got it. Tolleson slowed her down, but fortunately, with Avila running, you had a little extra time. And Elvis knew exactly how much time he did have and made the play.
Yeah, exactly right, Buzz. He didn't rush it. He knows he's got time to get his feet underneath him and make a strong throw.
Well, another pinch hitter now. Brian Holiday pulled back. As you get a look at that deflection by Tolleson. Fortunately, the ball kept on going enough to allow Elvis to make the play near the bag. Tyler Collins is going to be the pinch hitter with one out. Collins, you remember last night, crunched that 3-run home run. It gave the Tigers the lead they would not relinquish. It came off Colby Lewis. That was in the 5th inning. Little different situation tonight. Rangers leading 7-6. Sean Tollison trying to close it out for the save, and he misses a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes, and 27,729 umpires disagreed. Tollison ready. Back to the plate he comes. That is low. 3 balls and no strikes. Collins pinch hitting in the 8th spot in the order. He'll be followed by the center fielder, Anthony Gose. See Sean right around the bottom of that strike zone with all 3 pitches. That is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1.
Through the same pitch, just raised it up a couple of inches.
Tollison, the Baylor X from Allen, Texas. 3-1 pitch. Looper to right, and that's going to fall for a base hit. So Collins, a pinch hit single. Tying run is aboard here in the 9th inning, and Anthony Gose coming up.
They threw him a quality pitch. Inside part of the plate, jammed him, but Collins keeps his hands in and muscles it into right field for a soft single. One thing to keep in mind, the 4th hitter is Miguel Cabrera. I'd much prefer not to face him in the 9th inning.
Yeah, I prefer to face him tomorrow. That would be much better. First pitch to Gose is a fastball that is a little bit low. Anthony Gose tonight, a single and 3 trips. Singleton scored back in the 2nd inning. He's also lined to left and struck out, hitting at .254. Difficult guy to double up because of his speed. Collins, a small lead at first, and the pitch inside. 2-0 now. And Robinson Chirinos going to go out and have a chat with Sean Tollison. Tollison has taken over on May 20th. He officially became the closer for the Rangers. 33 saves, the most in the American League, and it's tied for the 3rd most in the major leagues. Mark Melancon of the Pirates has the most of 42 in that time span. Sean Tollison, the most in the American League by a closer. 2 balls, no strikes. Line drive, base hit to right center field. Around second, on his way to 3rd, Collins. And the Tigers now have the tying run at 3rd, the go-ahead run at 1st, with 1 out in the 9th inning. And the top of the order is coming up.
Gose having a good series. Had a hit and scored a run earlier in the game. Rangers looking for a double play. Rajai Davis runs pretty well. Easily going to 3rd base on that play is Tyler Collins. So Rangers in a little bit of a jam right here. 1-run game, 1st and 3rd, and only 1 out. Got to make some pitches.
Mike Maddox out there ordering up the double play ball is usually his specialty. Mike usually walks out there and within a pitch or 2 gets that 2 ball, if that's what he decided to order up.
I'm hoping that's what he ordered. Strikeout would work. Pop-up would work.
Yeah, those are 2 possibilities also. We'll find out here shortly what he put the order in for. Rajai Davis tonight is 1 for 4. Had an RBI single back in the second inning. Facing Sean Tolleson. Davis 0 for 3 in his career against Tolleson. Collins at third, Ghost at first. And the butt is popped up.
How about that?
Max Moreland making the play for out number 2.
How about that?
The safety squeeze. And I guess that kind of fits in for Brad Osman's team tonight. Whatever they've tried to do has not turned out well.
Well, that's one out, but you got another tough out right here. And Ian Kinsler, a 300 hitter at the plate.
About right there, Rajai Davis. You're kidding me.
I wish it was a regular squeeze play. The game be over.
Yeah. Well, Kinsler steps in 0 for 4 tonight. 2 groundouts, a pop out, and a strikeout. Tolleson to the plate. A strike on the outside corner. We've got almost 29,000 fans on their feet at Globe Life Park. Kinsler is 2 for 4 in previous matchups with Tolleson. First and third. The 0-1 pitch. Out away, it's 0-2.
Nerve-wracking.
I'm not going to try to put more importance on the situation. I'm not going to say it's the season's on the line or anything like that, because it's not quite that dire.
Big moment,
this sure would be a nice thing to close out right about here.
Yeah, we can assure everyone watching that our hearts are feeling the same way as those nervous fans you're looking at right now, too.
0-2 pitch. Check swing foul. Yeah, the only difference between us and them, we're not up clapping, standing and clapping.
No, we have to talk while it's going on. They can sit there and watch. Hey, come to think of it, I can sit here and watch and let you talk.
You can. Just let the picture of Tolleson and Kinsler take care of that. Fans again starting the applause. Tolleson set the 0-2 again. 1-2. Kinsler back in. Tolleson reading the signs. Couple of shake-offs. He said, yep, that's the one we want. The right-hander ready. A check of the runners. The 1-2 pitch. To right center field. Stubbs on the run. In the alley. Makes the catch. On the dead run. And tries to jump out of the ballpark.
Man, that ball was slicing away from him, too.